challenges, in our opinion, seem to have overwhelmed our security institutions.
The governors are supposed to be the state security officers of their state.
There is need for us to at least engage the traditional rulers.
We need to do something about our porous borders.
We have to own it from the unit level to the ward level to the local government to state.
Mr. President, the importance of today for us is for us to take action.
Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Concerning the 35 affirmative action about women.
First Lady visits the Senate and makes case for women inclusiveness.
To address the persistent cases of building collapses.
And Senate committee takes measures to end recurring incidences of building collapse. This is Inside the Senate. I am Hussaina Amina Abuki. Nigeria's First Lady was in the Senate chamber on Wednesday, the 23rd of February 2022 to canvass support for women and also to witness the laying of the report of the Committee on Constitution Review. Other activities from Senate Plenary on bills, motions and reports are highlighted in this episode of the program. I will bring you details when I return after the break. Don't go away.
The Senate to send a message to the President
to reap opportunities from that.
To raise a matter of urgent public importance. And we are aware that when this particular motion comes up for a longer term development, arise to second the motion.
Those in favor of this prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Thanks for joining us. High point of plenary on Wednesday, the 23rd of February 2022 was the presence of the Nigerian First Lady, Dr. Aisha Muhammadu Buhari, in the chamber. She led a delegation of women comprising the Minister of Women Affairs, Dame Pauline Talin, as well as the Minister of Finance, Hajia Zainab Ahmad, on an advocacy to canvass support for women in the Constitution. The amendment exercise of which was executed by the Committee on Constitution Review, led by the Deputy Senate President, Senator Ovi Omo Agege. Principal officers of the Senate expressed delight at the visit in their various speeches.
Your Excellency, you are welcome. Let me recognize as an official the presence also of the Honourable Minister for Women Affairs, who has been a friend of the Parliament, and especially the Senate. You are all welcome.
I want to crave your indulgence to join you and my colleagues in welcoming our special guest, the amiable wife of our President and the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I assume that she is here with the potential 37 new senators that will come into the Senate following the adoption of the Constitutional Review report.
I thank you very much, and God bless you, and I wish you, on behalf of the Senate, I wish you safe journey back home.
With this, the chairman of the Constitution Review Committee, who is also the Deputy Senate President, laid their report, following which the First Lady and members of her delegation departed the chamber.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I'm back.
Outside the chamber, the First Lady as well as the Minister of Women Affairs spoke further on the visit.
To peacefully observe the proceedings of constitutional review about women, and also to listen to the proceedings also concerning the 35 affirmative action about women and special additional seats for women in the National Assembly.
I want to specially, on behalf of the First Lady, Nigerian women, to sincerely thank the Senate President, the Deputy Senate President, my chair, the chair of the Women Committee, and all the senators.
Back in the chamber, the challenge of insecurity in Kebbi State was presented for deliberation by Senator Bala Ibn Allah. He lamented increased bandit attacks in a motion titled "Urgent Need to Surmount All Kinds of Kidnappings, Banditry and Other Security Challenges in Donkowasagu, Sakaba and Yawuri local government areas of Kebbi State."
Many of their victims have been men, while women, both old and young, are raped and dehumanized. The unfortunate incidents where school children at the Federal Government College Yawuri were kidnapped, and to date, more than 10 captives. The female among them were said to have been married to the bandits, and reportedly 3 are said to have been released to their parents after having been allegedly impregnated by their captives.
This attracted comments.
We need to fear God. If we can protect ourselves and we live other lives being lost, there will be a day that God will ask us. If we can't do it, why can't we call foreign country to come and help us?
How do these bandits get ammunitions? We have to look into that. It must come through some sources here in Nigeria. And I wonder what the Air Force can do. Why can't they fly their planes and identify these areas?
I think the time has come now that the Senate or the National Assembly will strictly follow the budget of members of the armed forces, particularly those ones that were specifically earmarked for the purchase of new equipment. I'm always afraid when people stand up here and said that the bandits, those ill-trained human beings, ragtag soldiers that are better than the members of the armed forces, is not true. Something is wrong somewhere. It's either the right thing has not been done, or there's a connivance somewhere that we cannot sit down here and explain.
One of the resolutions adopted was to call on the President to massively deploy the military and other security agencies to conduct rigorous operations that will end banditry and castle rustling in the affected local government areas. We'll now take a short break for our notebook segment. Don't go away.
Legislative oversight is carried out by the legislature on government policies in general and budget processes in particular. It ensures that governments perform their duties efficiently, democratically, and in a fiscally responsible manner. Through legislative oversight, the legislature is able to observe the conditions of the ministries, departments, and agencies and physically conduct on-the-spot inspection of the projects being executed and offer suggestions where necessary.
The only way out of the pandemic is for the population to observe the recommended measures advised by the NCDC. The Senate Committees on Health and Primary Health Care and Communicable Diseases will continue to engage with the Federal Ministry of Health and the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19.
Earlier Tuesday, the 22nd of February, and with the Deputy President of the Senate, Senator Ovi Omo Agege presiding, Senator Gershom Bassey, in a motion titled "Increase in Airfare and its Implication on Nigerian Roads," lamented the increase in air transport fare in Nigeria. The report, alongside others, are presented from our studio.
The Senate is aware that local airfares in Nigeria have...
In the motion, the sponsor alleged an over 63% increase in airfare, translating to over 80,000 naira for a 1-hour flight, even in the face of bad roads and other financial hardships, which is making life difficult for the common man.
The increase in airfares will increase the pressure on the neglected and dilapidated Nigerian roads and will further worsen the state of the roads in Nigeria. The humongous debt owed FEMA by the federal government has hampered the effective discharge of FEMA's primary responsibility of road maintenance and rehabilitation.
If you go to our airports now, virtually everybody wants to fly because the roads are insecure, the roads are bad. FEMA, that is charged with the responsibility of maintaining our roads, cannot do it because they don't have the funds to do it. So bringing this into the fore is just to remind us again that the Senate and indeed National Assembly, we should do everything possible for the executive to act in a manner that will lessen the hardship of Nigerians.
About 2 weeks ago, a check of 210 billion naira was given to the Federal Ministry of Works by DMO, Debt Management Office. It's meant for the rehabilitation and reconstruction of bad roads in the country. We also have presidential initiative on infrastructure, which is currently being headed by the president himself, because the coordination is done in the villa. This initiative on issue of rise of airfare, Mr. President, we have to consider the fact that the exchange rate has gone up from 150 to 485. Now, to buy a dollar, because you can't buy it at an official rate, you have to buy it at 570. And I agree with the fact that there is so much pressure on the airline, and we need more competition. And that's why we welcome the idea of having national carrier.
Among the resolutions adopted was to call on the federal government to pay up its indebtedness to FEMA to enable it carry out repairs on Nigerian roads.
Permit me to go through my second reading.
Earlier Tuesday, the 22nd of February 2022, the National Innovation Agency Establishment Bill 2022, sponsored by Senator Uche Ekwunife, was debated. According to her, the agency, when established, would, amongst other things, engender a knowledge-based economy that is technologically driven in this era of globalization and digitization, like in other climes.
Rethinking Nigeria's development policy, options, and strategies matter a lot now. There is public expectation for a paradigm shift from commodity-based economy to a knowledge-based and innovation-driven economy through aggressive research and development in science, technology, and innovation. These startup enterprises will definitely increase national outputs, create more jobs, diversify the economy, and provide labor inputs for other sectors on a sustainable basis.
The bill was supported.
Every day, day in, day out, there are innovations made in our tertiary institutions and also by individuals. But lack of support to these innovators to develop their skills, their findings, their innovations, made this innovation not utilized by innovators. So this agency, as stated here in the bill, if created, will help to coordinate and also help innovators to create startups. This is what is in vogue all over the world.
It's important for us to toe the line of great nations in establishing an innovation agency. The innovation agency will look at what we're doing in the areas of agriculture, science and tech, skill acquisition, all sorts of skill acquisitions, and rebrand them to meet up with the industry standard now.
The bill scaled second reading and referred to the Committee on Science and Technology to report back in 4 weeks. The Senate also debated another bill seeking the establishment of the Federal Institute of Fisheries and Aquatic Studies, Kotokarfe, in Kogi State. It was sponsored by Senator Smart Adeyemi.
The proposed Institute of Fishery in Kotokarfe will offer both certificate and diploma courses as a means of training and encouraging younger individuals who are desirous of broadening their knowledge in fishery industry, such as learning about the cutting-edge techniques of production, which will enhance production for various types of fishes that are globally available.
Kotokarfe in Kogi State is traditionally a fish farming area, and I believe that the establishment of this institute will create a lot of opportunities in terms of introduction of high-yield variety fish in that area.
After scaling second reading, the bill was referred to the Committee on Agriculture to report back in 4 weeks. Meanwhile, one bill was also presented for third reading. It was the Nigeria Tea and Coffee Development Council Establishment Bill 2022, sponsored by Senator Yusuf Abubakar Yusuf. The bill had earlier on scaled second reading on Thursday, the 17th of December 2020, and was referred to the Committee on Agriculture led by Senator Abdullahi Adamu for more legislative action. During a public hearing on the bill, an international monitoring group, Euromonitor International, was quoted to have reported that Nigerians drank over 1,000 tons of coffee in 2021, while another group, Fifth Solution, forecasted that Nigeria's coffee spending is set to hit 286.8 billion naira in 2023.
As such, Nigeria is one of the 5 coffee markets to watch. The bill, among other things, seeks to establish the National Council for Tea and Coffee Development in Nigeria to be saddled with the responsibilities of developing and promoting the growth, production, processing, and marketing of tea and coffee in Nigeria.
With this, the Senate dissolved into the Committee of the Whole, where a clause-by-clause consideration of the report took place, leading to its eventual passage.
You are still watching Inside the Senate, and so far, we have been reviewing events in the chamber focusing on bills, motions, and reports. We will now take reports from the committee room, starting with the public hearing by the Science and Technology Committee, which drew stakeholders' contributions to the enactment of 3 important bills. Let's find out more in this next report compiled and presented from our studios.
Thursday, the 17th of February 2022, the public hearing organized by the Committee on Science and Technology was on 3 bills, namely Nigerian Building and Roads Research Institute (NIBRI) Establishment Bill 2021, sponsored by Senator Uche Ekunife; National Energy Sustainable Development Bill 2021, sponsored by Senator Ibrahim Gobir, as well as National Research and Innovation Council Establishment Bill 2021, sponsored by Senator Frank Ibezim. Here, the Senate President Ahmed Lawan, while declaring the hearing open, stated that the purpose of a public hearing is to draw input from experts to enrich deliberations towards good governance and development. He was represented by the Deputy Senate Leader, Senator Ajayi Borofis.
These areas are important in the drive towards technological advancement and are in tandem with the zeal of the current administration to propel the nation to the next pedestal in science. The 3 bills have been listed for examination after Senate consideration in the plenary. This is consistent with our practice, requiring a wide-range consultation before we take critical decisions on crucial matters like this.
First to be deliberated on was the National Science and Technology Agency Bill. Before then, the sponsor, who is also the committee chairman, Senator Uche Ekunife, spoke on what it targets.
The passage of this bill into law will also, amongst other numerous benefits, strengthen the mandates of the Institute to be in conformity with a dynamic world. The bill is also intended to empower the Institute to address the persistent cases of building collapses and road failures, such as the one we recently recorded on Saturday, 12 February 2022 in Yaba, Lagos.
Speaking in support of the bill, the Director General of NIBRI spoke on the deficiency of the old act and the benefits of the new one.
The world has witnessed quite a lot of transformation, innovation, and this has made the provision of the existing act to be grossly inadequate to operate, support, and accelerate the growth and performance envisioned for the Institute. Therefore, the new bill, when passed, will drive the Institute to achieve optimum quality performance and productivity in line with international best practices.
The second session focused on the National Energy Sustainable Development Bill, with the committee chairman speaking on what it captures.
Guidelines on the energy utilization, energy efficiency, conservation, and environmental related issues are all captured. The bill also captures sources of energy financing, planning, and implementation. There is no doubt that this bill, when enacted, will have the capacity to address impediments leading to perennial energy deficit in this country.
Sponsor of the bill also spoke on the proposed law.
Energy production, planning, and the implementation
is the only thing that can actually make any country great. This country today is backward in terms of energy, is backward in terms of electricity generation. We will hope that at the end of this public hearing, a lot will be done, and we will be ready to go into this 21st century with something better that will improve our energy production.
The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Science and Technology, represented the minister. He disclosed that the bill would conflict with the mandates of the Energy Commission of Nigeria, ECN, and the Rural Electrification Agency, REA.
Accordingly, we hereby make the following observations. 1. The bill is by all measures similar in function to the Rural Electrification Agency of Nigeria and the Energy Commission of Nigeria, and may clash with it. However, for this bill to see the light of the day, the functions should be differently spelled out, or it should be ready to take over the function of REA.
But the former Director General of the National Energy Commission gave reason why the new law is necessary.
Very recently, we had our president at the United Nations General Assembly rolling out the Nigerian Energy Compact for meeting energy transition. And then a few months down the road, in November, Glasgow Climate Change Conference, he rolled out two major policies. That is to do with stoppage of use of gas by 2040 and attaining net zero carbon emission by 2060. Now, to me, these major policy positions on energy cannot be fulfilled if we don't have a very all-embracing, comprehensive energy law that cuts across sectors, the petroleum, the gas, the renewables, the environmentalists, and so on and so forth. So that's why we need this, an omnibus, all-embracing law.
Sponsor of the National Research and Innovation Council Establishment Bill, in his presentation, spoke on areas the bill will cover.
While the various sectoral councils in the areas of medical research, agriculture, pharmaceutical, energy, and even building, etc., will continue to exist and their individual mandates respected, the activities will be guided by the national research priorities as may be prescribed by the National Research and Innovation Council.
The Executive Secretary of the Agricultural Research Institute of Nigeria raised concerns on some aspects of the bill.
When you go to interpretation, the issue of interpretation there is not very clear to us, particularly when you talk about research institutions. Ordinarily, it should be mentioned which are the research institutes that we're actually talking about.
All others who contributed supported the bill, following which the committee chairman promised to present a report on the hearing to Senate Plenary.
So all the submissions have been noted, all the amendments.
We will take our profile segment next. Please stay tuned.
Senator Muhammad Sani Musa represents Niger East Senatorial District under APC. He obtained his West African School Certificate (WASC) in 1983 and a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration from ABU Zaria in 1986, specializing in banking and finance. He also attended University of Liverpool, University of London, Harvard University, as well as University of Pittsburgh, where he bagged qualifications ranging from certificates, diplomas, and postgraduate diplomas in academics as well as leadership courses between 1990 and 2008. An administrator par excellence, Senator Sani Musa held executive and board positions in various financial, investment, and agricultural organizations at states, national, and international levels. In politics, Senator Sani Musa contested to the Senate in the 2019 general elections and won under APC. In the Senate, he is chairman, Senate Committee on Senate Services, and a member of other committees. His legislative interests include education, security, and agriculture.
With this, we come to the end of this episode of Inside the Senate. Join us next week for another edition. Thanks for watching and stay safe.